Okay, good morning, everybody. Um, I'm trying to get on my Instagram. It's being weird, which is not crazy. There we go. Let's see if it works. Good morning. Thank you, Abby. All right, here we go. We did it. Whew. Good morning. Hi, Anna. Hi, Valerie. Hey, Megan. Hi, Maggie. Good morning, Jen. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Freddie. Good morning, Melissa. Hey, Nira. Good morning, Zoe. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Hi, Dahlia. Hi, Lisa. Good morning, Krista. Hi, Rachel. Hey, Claudia. Hi, Sarah. Good evening to you, Sarah. Ooh, forgot to put my earrings in. Has it been a crazy week? It has been a crazy week. Aries is no joke, huh? Hey, Matt. I was glad to see that you guys were enjoying the full moon meditation. Thank you. I watched it yesterday. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Jean. Necklace. Um, yeah, it's been quite a week. Hi, April. Happy Friday. Let's get some smudgies going. Ooh, I'm so glad you loved it. I enjoyed making it for you guys. Here's some smudgies for Instagram. There you go. And some smudgies for you, TikTok. Looks like we need that here. I don't know if your wife cheated with her ex coworker. Um, and some for you, YouTube. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jen. So if you're just joining me for the first time over there on TikTok or on Instagram, wherever you are, this is a weekend energy forecast. So we're going to talk about the weekend energy. And then the second part of it is we are going to do collective sensory card pulls. So you pick one of three things, and then I do three different pulls, and you get your answer from that. I do not take questions unless you book a private reading. See here, I need to do this so I can see you guys better. There we go. Good morning, Ricky. All right. So here we are. It's 8:33. Let's get started. So, first of all, it's Friday, and tonight is our double feature for the Scorpio season update and the full moon ritual for the full moon in Aries. So, those of you who are already BFF members of Inner Sanctum, you'll be getting a link today. I'll email it to you and it will be push notification and it'll be in the group. So you should no trouble grabbing it. It'll be also in the Moon Magic tab. So you can find it there. If you are not a BFF member and you would like to just do the double feature without becoming a member, you can purchase your ticket, send me a DM or go to the link in my bio. That starts at 7 p.m. tonight. Super excited. And if you don't have my free app, Inner Sanctum, you can find that at innersanctum.me. And I have a special offer also today, but I'm not telling you about it yet. But that was the first thing because tomorrow is officially Scorpio season, which is my favorite season of the entire year. So tonight we're gonna do some magics. It's gonna be a longer call than usual. We're gonna do some channeling and who knows what else. So I'm excited to see you guys tonight. This has been a wild week energy wise, as per usual, but this full moon in Aries has definitely affected all of us a little bit differently. Something to note about the energy is, regardless about Scorpio season or the Aries full moon or any of that, we're in a segment of time where the masculine energy is really, really high and the air energy is predominant. And that is going to stay that way until the end of the month. So even though we're moving into Scorpio season, which is water energy, for right now through Samhain, we are still in that masculine dominated energy and a lot of air energy. So, what does that mean for you? If you've been feeling super wonky and spacey, it's likely because a lot of air energy and a predominantly masculine energy is not your sweet spot. That's all. But there's always something to learn in the uncomfortable bits of it. And I think also, if we've been in it for a minute, been in it for a minute. Um, it was probably it's been a week, I want to say, in this particular energy, so you're getting used to it. So feel into that for yourself, what this energy is showing you and what you are able to do in this energy. You may not be very comfortable in it, but it's also showing you things in a different way. So lean into that for yourself. If you're, predominantly, earth and water, having all of this air is not the most comfortable for you. But it does allow you to kind of like open up your mind's processing and to get a lot of new ideas in. So just don't lock your knees, as I that's my thing now. Don't lock your knees. Just like let it move. You've got about a solid week and a couple days, 10 days, let's say, before this energy really does shift out of the air and the masculine. So learn what you can learn here. It's definitely a time for generation of ideas. So allow yourself to generate the ideas and don't feel so concerned about execution right now. That's not on deck at this time. So just allow the ideas to come, allow them to open up, write everything down if you can so you remember it, but don't stress yourself out that like, "Ooh, I have to do this. I have to do this, I have to do that." Also, be aware of reacting from knee jerk emotions. Okay. That's Aries energy, right? And it can be super cute and adorable. And it can also be very like terrifying. So just watch that for yourself, that before you have a reaction to something, if you need to have an emotional response, go ahead and have that first before you start a confrontation, because there's still that static electricity in the air for some of us, and it can start a little bit of a fire. Okay. Yes. So Jackie's saying it feels like a good time to say what I need to say without anger. Correct. Now, if you have so for some of us, that's than easier said than done to express what you have to say without anger. However, this energy is a wonderful time to really dive into feeling what that is. Like, what do you have to say if you're not angry? If you're not angry, what is it you have left? And if you find that all you have is the anger, that's not a solid place to have a conversation from. So just look into that. Hey, Crystal, just look into that for yourself, right? Look into it. We're going to dive into so much more on the energy tonight during the double feature. So tune in for that. We're going to do some channeling as well. Um, but that is the energy right now for the weekend. Just like, don't lock your knees. Now, we already know that Scorpio season is coming, so I'm excited. Some of you are excited, some are not, but I'm all set with Libra season. I don't know about you guys. I'm all set. Every Libra season brings with it some big things, some big realizations, and some shakeups. And this one was definitely, it did not disappoint. But I also want to tell you a story that is just awful. So last night, I had a really great night, and I came home and I was like, not really hungry, but just kind of munchy, you know? And so I was like, let me have some of these tortilla chips that look very safe and uninteresting and just, salty and crunchy. Yeah, so I'm eating them. and there's like this crunch, and I was like, huh. And it turns out the chip cracked my molar, and I ate it. I ate my molar. So now I have half of a molar, sort of, or I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Maybe three-quarters of a molar, there with a jagged edge in the back of my mouth. And I am not good with that. I had a total, like, I guess it was kind of funny, but I kind of had a meltdown last night about it, and then I passed out. But I don't like going to the dentist at all. So that's going to be my fun thing that I figure out today. Yeah, thankfully it doesn't hurt. I think this is a molar that has a filling in it, and I think that's what's saving me. But the fillings, I can't see them. They're like the kind that look like your teeth. So I don't know. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. So, but it's very squirmy for me. It's very squirmy. But I hear, dentistry is very modern these days, so they'll probably be able to put my tooth back together, right? Not with the original materials because I ate that, but with whatever they use to make new teeth, right? It's gonna be fine. Oh, I don't love it. I don't love it. It's not my favorite thing ever. Let me drink some coffee. See, at least I can drink the coffee. Like I can drink things hot, cold. It's okay, but I'm not gonna chew on it, obviously. So that's uh that's my fun story for today. Uh, All right, Lisa, what are we doing today? Were we doing? I don't know. I'm not feeling flowers today. Um, it's just not. They're not dark enough. And Aaron, I did see your comment about the Hunter's Moon and Diana, and actually in the Inner Sanctum main board, somebody had posted that right after that they had pulled and they're from their goddess deck, they had pulled the Diana card as well. So, I kind of love that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Storms, different storms. Oh, look at us. Look at us, Susan. We're synced up. Okay, we're going to do storms. We're going to do storms. All right. That feels good. Yeah. So, Aaron, I don't know what your username is off the top of my head. It's a private message board for Inner Sanctum members. So if you go into the app and you click on the little heart icon, it'll say show my message boards. If you don't see that, just send me a DM so I can figure out what's going on. You had to accept the invitation on a web thing. That's all changing soon, but for now, that's how it is. So you can't post unless you're a BFF member, and I know you are. So it's in the special section. So yeah, just send me a message if you need help because I would love to have you posting in there. Also, okay, so we're gonna do storms for sensory card pulls this morning. And also, just like FYI, I had a dream. Okay, oof, I'm just remembering this dream. I had a dream last night about the event that we're having on the 31st. So if you don't know about that, we're doing Coffee Magic Live Samhain Edition in York at House of Yoga at Jackie's studio. My dream, it was like people showed up and I laid everybody out and Jackie wasn't sure she was going to be able to come. And then all of a sudden, I was just about to like start doing something with people. The front door opens and like this flood of people come in. And I'm like, what the hell? So everybody's like squished in, but it was really fun. And we won't be squished in real life. So if you did not yet get your ticket, you can find the link in my bio or send me a DM. I'll also put it in my stories today, but that is happening on the 31st. It's a Sunday. I'm super excited, and there's going to be cookies. Very excited. I'm having dreams about it. You could dress up if you want to. It is Halloween. I might dress up. So anyway, okay, storms. Um, so if you haven't done sensory card pulls, I'm going to give you 3 different types of storms. You pick the type of storms that you are most resonant with and drop it in to the comments, and then I'm pulling. So you only have to pick the kind of storm. Yeah, it's free. You only have to pick the kind of storm. I don't take questions though. So the first, hey Mikey, the first one is a squall. That's the one that just like popped up like immediately. So it's a squall. It's a what is this? Okay, squall, hurricane, and this is not necessarily a storm, but it's what's coming through. It's a tsunami. Okay. So pick what feels most resonant for you this morning: a squall, a hurricane, or a tsunami. No big deal. Just some real crazy weather. Okay. Drop it in the comments, and I'm going to start shuffling. And of course, if you need to, obviously pick more than one type of storm. Go with your feels. And as always, all 3. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm choosing until most of you have chosen. No cheating. Tsunami with a little squall. Oh. And after we do this, we'll pull a card from the Mermaid Oracle. Okay, get that ready. Tsunami, squall, tsunami, squall. Okay. All right, I'll tell you now. I'm choosing squall as well. So again, if you're just joining us, you're choosing between 3 different types of inclement weather. We've got a squall, a hurricane, or a tsunami. Which one are you feeling? What is resonating with you this morning? All right. All right. Okay, so the first one is squall. I feel like this combination came out yesterday, and I feel like it was mine as well. Okay. Okay, so we're about to start. If you're just joining us, you're choosing between squall, hurricane, and tsunami. Squall, hurricane, and tsunami. Hey, Rebecca. I chose squall. So, which is the first one. Okay, so if you chose squall, this is going to be your story. All right. You have the focus card, you have the disruption card, and you have the trust card. If you're keeping track of numbers, this is 47, the trust card, 39, disruption, and focus, 33. Okay, so here's your story if you chose squall. The first card that's coming through, of course, is the disruption card. So we are, I know, 47. We are in this energy right now where it's like the tail end of Mercury retrograde. And some of us are still feeling it. And this is kind of whatever this is going to be a perceived disruption that's not actually a disruption. Okay. It's more of a pivot. So, whatever this pops up to be, like, I don't know, did you crack your tooth last night? Whatever it is, whatever your disruption is, just kind of don't lock your knees again and roll with it this weekend, because going with the flow is going to assist you, because this is always going to be in your favor, even if it feels annoying and inconvenient. So there's that. And then of course, trust in the things. Um, this is actually important though, because you trusting in your own vision right now and trusting that the energies are for you, not against you, is going to put you in a space where everything is going to be elevated. Everything you're doing right now has a purpose, even if it feels like you're just treading water and not moving. A lot of us do feel that way, that the movement hasn't kind of picked up yet, it hasn't kind of caught, and we're not moving. But don't worry, you're going to be moving soon enough. So take some deep breaths and just trust the process. Focus on your high note. What is it that you want? What have you been feeling towards all year long? What's the one thing that just keeps going and going and going? I asked you whenever we talked, Wednesday, I asked you on Wednesday, I think, to ask yourself what the purpose of your spiritual journey is. What's the purpose of it? And asking yourself that is going to help you find what your focus is as well. What's the purpose of it? If the purpose is to find peace within yourself, to find truth within yourself, and to live your life in a more aligned fashion, keep that as your high note and trust, because it's happening. It might feel slow this weekend, but it's not going to feel slow for long. So take your deep breaths while you can, squall people. All right. Very well. Next up is hurricane. I don't think we had a ton of hurricane people. I feel like we have a lot of tsunami people for some reason. Dump that clutch and fly. That's interesting that you're saying that, Lisa, because over here on YouTube, Danny said the gear shift went out on a car on Monday. It's interesting that you're. Did I say something about cars? Okay, never mind. All right, hurricane time. Shuffle this up pretty good. So I hope that resonated with you guys who chose squall. I'm not sure if it probably does resonate with me, but I have to think about it. All right. Oh, that's funny, Tisha. Okay. All right. So if you chose hurricane, this one's for you. Okay. You have the water fairy, which is number 28. You have the butterfly, which is number 25. And you have the king, which is number 3. Janelle, we're just starting the second one. We're doing types of inclement weather. So we had squall, this is hurricane, and then after that is tsunami. So lock in. We're about to do hurricane. So again, you've got the king, you've got the butterfly, and you've got the water fairy. So the first things first for hurricane people is, hi, can you please pay some attention to your emotions? We are moving in to Scorpio season tomorrow, which is a water sign. However, it is not a very mushy water sign, and it doesn't necessarily it doesn't apply to this as much as you think it might. Okay. This is more about you being in touch with your own feelings and emotions and giving them some sort of reverence in your life. If you have not been paying attention to them, you need to start paying attention, or you're invited to start paying attention, because your feelings and emotions are not here to just annoy you. They're here to give you guidance. Like, ooh, that doesn't work for me. It feels bad. What do you do then? The king energy then comes in. This is the process. These two are in process together, interestingly enough, right? So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to have an emotion or a feeling. if you will. And it's going to inform you of what you do like or you do not like. And then the king energy is going to come in and make some decisions based on your feelings. And that is a process that you need to start learning. I have feelings. I respect them. Okay. Now, if you can start to use that as a process in your life a little more, it's going to lead to some massive breakthroughs for you. So if you chose hurricane, that's your mission this weekend, to feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. Actually figure out what they're there for. Because look, it's the butterfly. And this butterfly is not necessarily like, it's not a big metamorphosis message with this one. It's more about seeing the beauty in everything, seeing the beauty in everything, even in the uncomfortable, seeing the beauty in the journey. Okay. Um, so that's for you, hurricane friends. Okay. Last is tsunami, which should be interesting because so many of you chose tsunami. Let's see what it says. All right. Tsunami people. Are you ready? All right. So you guys also have the butterfly. Yay. And you have the dog. And you have the raven. The raven is usually a in this deck usually symbolizes like getting in touch with your magic, synchronicities, all that kind of thing. But today, that's not the message the raven is giving to you, tsunami friends. Today, this is the phrase that's coming through, and then we'll work through this phrase, is a mastery over the mind. Okay. And what the fuck does that mean? Mastery over the mind. Mastery. Okay. So there is a many parts of you, in many parts of your brain right now that I don't want to say are rejecting magic necessarily, but that are in kind of direct opposition to you really embracing your own magic and even really embracing enjoying yourself, allowing yourself pleasure, allowing yourself rest, allowing yourself freedom. There's some programs in here that are in direct opposition with the movements that you're making. Okay. And the raven is coming through, and it's like literally, if you can see this, the raven is on top of a skull. Do you see that? And it's like, hey, why don't we let some magic in here, my friends? And in order to do that, we have to drop out of that and drop into heart space because our brains contain the programming, the conditioning, and that can be changed. But in order for that to happen, you have to recognize that a lot of the ways you're acting and thinking and being are based off on those old programs. And so seeing that and making that conscious decision that you're going to open yourself up to different ways of doing and thinking will start to retrain the way your brain looks at things. But right now, that's coming through because it's like you're thinking a lot, like a lot of things, and it's creating a mud puddle in your brain because not everything's fitting together. And it's a lot of movement, especially in this, a lot of air energy. And it's like just drop into heart space, allow the magic in. Okay. You also have the dog card. And when the dog card comes up, this is about loving yourself just like a dog. A dog is the symbol of unconditional love because the dog is completely unable to not love you. Can you love yourself like that through this? Because for some of you, this feels like a fucking tsunami in your brain right now. Like, no joke. You probably are asking yourself, like, ooh, am I like absolutely losing my grip now? Is this how it ends? No. But can you love yourself? Can you love yourself through this process, which is very necessary? Can you love yourself through this process? Can you enjoy the journey and see the beauty in the broken parts, the dark parts, the beautiful parts, the shiny parts? Can you see that there is beauty in all of it and beauty in your process right now, even as it drives you somewhat mad up and down these days? Trust in the process though. And just remember, your brain's not in control of this show, okay? We think it is. We love thinking, but it's your heart. It always has been. We just forget that. So drop into that space and just know this is going to work itself out if you start moving from this space. So always ask yourself this weekend, right? Is this true in here? Your brain's going to spin. It's going to tell you something. Drop it into here and ask yourself, is that true for me? Do I really resonate with that? Do I really feel that way? And if it's a no, then you can tell your brain, let's not play that game today because it doesn't resonate with me. Okay. So that is your tsunami card pull for this weekend energy. Pardon me. And I'm also going to pull a collective card from the Mermaid deck wanted to play with us this morning. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you about the special thing that I'm offering to you guys, just today during this specific live video. So I am doing the next round of Intuition Magic starting on November 9th. And if you don't know what that is, it's a 6-week immersive program. We meet once a week. Everything's recorded. You don't have to be live. And it's like coffee and magic on crack, but channeled for you. So we talk about all types of esoteric topics, anything you need, really. You can ask questions. We interface. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you get special meditations. Like, who knows? It's all made for you guys who sign up for the program. What I'm doing for you guys who are listening right now, I'm giving you 25% off through the weekend if you sign up. So, in order to do that, you need to get my app, Inner Sanctum. Download the Inner Sanctum app and make sure that you turn on push notifications. I'm sending out a push notification after I get off this live, like maybe like at 9:15ish, and that will contain the link that you can go to with the code and you can register for 25% off of the 6-week tuition. Okay. So if you are interested in doing some magic with me and learning that, you can get a really nice discount. Yeah, we have a lot of current members listening right now. So thank you for that. And you guys, you have a special code that will actually get you. If we already registered, do we still get it? Did you already register? I don't think I saw you do that. If you sent in an application, that is not counting as registering. I have not sent out any registration links to anyone except for current members of this class who are getting 50% off. So yes. So I think so. So you'll get a push notification anyway, as long as you have the Inner Sanctum app. So long as you have the Inner Sanctum app and you have push notifications turned on, you'll get a note from me with a link and the code that you can go ahead and register, but that's only going to be good through the weekend. So that's my Scorpio present to you. It's a lot of fun, guys. And this is going to be the last one I do for the year. And I don't know if I'll be doing another one quite this way in 2022. So it's like last call for the 6 weeks. It's a good time. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this because I think I'm 9:32. Gotta keep track of time. Let's see. Go ahead and get the app, and when you When you do that, you'll see all the information when I send the link. So 25% off is pretty hefty. But don't ask me to do the math on that because that's not what this brain is for. This pull is collective for the weekend. It is not a Scorpio season pull, because we're going to be doing that tonight during the double feature. And BFF members, you're also going to be getting your Scorpio season horoscopes tomorrow. The class is a 6-week intuition magic program, and I channel it in for whoever signs up. So it's anything that you need to learn, anything you want to dive into. There's lots of conversations. You can ask questions, and we meet once a week on Tuesday evenings. Everything is recorded for 6 weeks. Once you get the information, if you want to ask some questions. Sorry, what am I listening to? If you want to ask some questions, send me a DM. Go ahead and do that. All right. You ready for this mermaid card? DM me on IG though, not a TikTok, because I have too many DMs on TikTok and I just can't figure them out. So go on Instagram and send me a message there. Just download the app, and when I send the link out, it'll have. I feel like this is going to be a good one. This is from by Lucy Cavendish, and this is the card. It's Reflections, number 16. Let's see what it says. All right. I've never read this one before. It is time to observe what is around and about you, to truly gaze upon what can be seen, and to think on it for a time. It does not mean to worry or to fret over it, to turn it this way and that in a quiet frenzy, trying to find the right thing to do. But it does mean contemplation, a time of gathering all the threads of the half-formed thoughts and following some through to their end and reaching a better understanding of what it is you are currently looking at. For there has been a tendency to react, and while this has created action and movement and waves, there has not been deep understanding, the understanding that brings even deeper peace. We, the mermaids, are asking for you to reflect, to become still, and to truly see what it is that is before you. Reflection also means to have a greater understanding of yourself. There is no outer contemplation that does not have its echo within. So for now, look at what is there and feel the strength of your contemplative times. There is enough time in the world, and you are not lazy for contemplating, thinking, and feeling deeply. It is wise to be balanced when reflecting upon the big questions in your life. The process will bring up many emotions, so it is wise to make your purpose one of greater understanding, deeper peace, and action that comes from your true values. Far too much of recent action has become a reaction, a surge of movement against something. And while this has felt just and right, it has not created results you would wish for. It is time now to reflect. And in the reflective time, you will be shown the next action to take. Be still, sit a while, gaze at a flower, the sunset, the light on the ocean. Feel the deep peace, and the knowing will come soon after this. All right, then. The mermaids have spoken. All right, my friends. I'm out of here. I got to call the dentist. And I will be sending you guys a push notification shortly, probably at 9:30 exactly. So grab the app if you need it. You'll get the coupon code, and I hope to see you in class in November. Mwah. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see some of you tonight for the double feature. And then I'll see you Monday morning. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys. Bye, YouTube.